Hello there and welcome to the fourth game of today. We've got Seeking Guy who, he's not just 1-0 up, he's now, that's right, he's got 2 wins under his belt as king. He dethroned Orange Pest earlier on and he just played up against Coz. He's now versus the Chinese player, Happcat. Here I am again with Ed 80 Hertz.
Yeah, and against Seeking, he's 2-0, so how much money does that save him? I'll get him for staying on that
He's
long.
got $20 in the bank now. The first game of the day was for $20 and everyone after that's for 10. I was just trying to get the players playing, to be honest. But yeah, if he wins, he'll be up to 30. And if we got another one in, he could even get 40.
Monetary incentive will keep him going, but Happcat automatically, what a lad, has locked in the old Von Ivan screwball doctrine, which screwed Düsseldorf out of a game in the Master League, and the Luftwaffe supply doctrine, Matt.
I swear, is this not called close air support? Is it called Luftwaffe supply
there's
doctrine?
another
There's another one.
Is...
There's 2 Luftwaffe commanders.
There's one with an AT strafe. But this one's with the incendiary bombing run. And
I've just realised that I'm missing a commander. I don't think I have this commander in code. There's one I don't have, and it's this one. It must be. I didn't know that, you know.
The meta one, bro. Why didn't you have it?
MG42 just setting up on the edge of this newly increased hedgerow. So he ducks behind it, taking great use of that rear echelons. Just ducking and diving. Maybe the MG will leave itself exposed now. Which way it's going to face? It's going to face north. Keeping all of these avenues covered.
We're going to see a double dip from Seeking on both the fuels there. So once he connects the right-hand side one up, it's going to be a great lead for him. But let's see if... no, his rear echelons are going to hold the left-hand fuel. They're going to instead sneak around and take the cutoff. That's good work there from Seeking. Just a 200 manpower unit. Utilizes so much movement already. And those Grens are going to have to get involved, else that's going to be a decap.
Here's this one rear echelon's taking the brunt of the punishment. He's the capping soldier, and he's able to survive it there. Look at this, they're on light cover now. No more green cover from that wall, allowing you to keep your cut off a little better for south. We do have the same for north as well.
Yeah, and if Happcat's coming cold, i.e. no practice before this game, then he's going to be in for a rude awakening against Seeking, who's red hot. Playing God knows what time, like 4 AM last night, 2v2 with Gimbo, so...
When was he?
Guy doesn't need sleep, he's just on full G-Fuel gamer high pipe train, and he's swinging away well. As the Lieutenant flies out for Seeking, he's going to have that Cav Rifleman in about, let's say, 20 seconds or a couple of model drops away.
Let's keep an eye on that rear echelon. I'm a bit worried for him. He's capping up on the east side. Grenadiers, however, have bigger fish to fry right now as the MG42 is going in. Grenadiers taking advantage of the light cover, and the Lieutenant's in the same, but this Rifleman can get behind heavy. MG's going to face him, but there is a sight blocker here, which may stop him from firing on that Rifleman. Won't stop him firing on the Lieutenant, though. Oh, and he's going for it. Here we go, Ed. Can Seeking survive this base pen? Let's have a look how this new thing works. We're going to follow camera, and we're going to see if this helps him or hinders him. It's meant to help him, like, push out of his base without being seen. But maybe it's going to have the opposite effect. We're just on board with Mr. Seeking here.
What was strange there from his decision-making for Seeking was he was so hell-bent on getting the M20 mat. He didn't poop out the Cav Rifleman when he could have. That might go against him if Happcat can hold the pin, but it's a wide old escape now from the base. You've got a few avenues now, so you shouldn't be getting base pin too much for north.
You've got this heavy cover here. I think you're meant to use... I think the way we've designed it, K-Pen, is meant to use this heavy cover, spot what's here, and decide if you want to flank it, get behind this light cover, or just let it be and maybe go for this cutoff and try and go for this fuel. It's tricky to... it's a double-edged sword, FaymonVILLE. Everything you change, you make something else worse, you know? It's very tricky. Yeah. Really interested to see if this actually works and makes it better for this base so they can't get pinned.
It's nice to see a big engagement in the middle, though, beyond the VP. That normally was dictated by the green-covered brick wall.
Yeah.
A stone wall, which is now removed, so... Yeah, so Seeking went for the M20 first, then the Cav Rifleman straight behind it. Let's see if you can get this cheap but effective unit into action. Just, the sniping potential of it, the range. Insane. I don't
Really
know
good.
why it gets so much range, because a 50 cal normally doesn't have that much, but yeah.
They're really nippy, aren't they? They're very...
Must be the height advantage of being on top of it, yeah.
not got the
Fast,
armoured skirts
durable.
for it. Doesn't think he needs it, but...
Yeah.
We could be going from 4 grenadiers. 4 grenadiers to 3. There's the insurance policy. Cav rifles get the kill. Seeking is on fire. He just cannot be stopped, it seems.
Yeah, the retreat path not helping Happcat there. Needed to soft retreat down south of the map and then pull that hard retreat. But little did he know Cav Rifleman would get the Thompson upgrade so fast. Yep, such a dangerous unit on this map, Matt, I'm telling you.
They really
Kimbo
are.
missed out on that one, else I do believe Kimbo could still be king.
Medical supplies in base. There's no need for the bunker quite yet. That costs 30 munitions, so it's the manpower saving in the 250 manpower bunker, don't forget. So he's going to go for a grenadier, which costs 240 manpower. So he's actually 10 manpower to the good Ed. It's all fun and games, mate.
But it's a bit of a gambling trick, you know. You start throwing down those 30 munitions, he's like, yeah, I'll never need it. But it's much better to get the bunker upgrade in the long run. But we'll see. Happcat can stabilize with the help of the 222. Seeking 30 fuel income, Matt. So that Stewart is going to be hot on the heels, ready for the 7-minute mark. And the Lieutenant could block in the Pyres, but nope. Pioneers just get away.
20's got a nifty 3 kills. You've got LMGs upgraded for this Grenadier squad. Lieutenant's in a tricky predicament. Let's see what's on his retreat path. We've got a Fausted M20. Rifleman's in jeopardy as well. Here he emerges now. Got MG42 who's going to gun him down. Do we have a rifle nade on retreat? No. Oh, but they've lost 2 soldiers already. Third one escapes, however.
Yeah, and it's interesting that we've seen Von Ivan and Happcat utilize this doctrine where you can airlift in so many extra resources. And he's gonna probably need it. He needs that power spike to get him back in towards the faster
There's
P4.
that flank head. Sorry to interrupt, mate, but we've got the hedgerow on the north side of that house. I had to point it out, sorry. And the Cav Rifleman just got straight up to the MG. This forces the Wehrmacht player out of the house now. And, yeah, it was... What were you saying, sorry, my
good
friend?
play from the Cav Rifleman, and again that hedge, like you just said. I said it's going to nerf the MG42 of the Axis, and straight away being put to work there from Seeking. So good utilization of the map. Happcat calls in more meds. He needs 200 manpower to drop in extra fuel or munitions. But first he needs to shore up his position on the map, because, you know, if he's dropping in fuel or munis at the moment, it's going to be risky.
It really is. Getting a pack now, so 4 Grens MG pack. Not a bad build for FaymonVILLE. Commonly thought of as an Axis favoured map.
You wonder why the shields are above the head of all the Grens. If you use the meds at your base, it does give them a bit of a defensive bonus.
Oh, really?
For combat. Yeah, just a little buff for a while. So there they go. They've disappeared now. But yeah, it's really fast healing though.
That's lovely. I did not know that.
As well.
This is such a non-meta 1v1 commander. You barely ever see this. I mean, of course, Von Ivan used close air support in the tournament, but fascinating.
Yeah, we have seen an LMG upgraded as well from Happcat on his Gren, so one of them's got the love and attention of their commander, but yeah, I do think he needs to get a healing bunker up though long term. That's going to be very costly on munis, and munis are so hard to come by for austere. Got to use a lot of them.
Yeah, it's the funnel for them. It's the bottleneck. The limiting factor is munitions, and people often always think fuel with Wehrmacht, but it just isn't in the early to mid. Munitions allow them to get that fuel. It's their path in.
And keeps these light vehicles at bay, or at least under threat of the Faust. But no telemine gaming, due to the extra minis having to be spent, like we mentioned as well. Double MG42 though from Happcat, which is interesting. So 4 Grens into 2 MGs. He's really going to town on Seeking's infantry. Doesn't want to be blobbed to death.
No, and that blob is threatening right now. He was poking in there, just trying to do a bit of reconnaissance with the blob. Trying to find his way in. Couldn't see it in time. And the second MG is going to arrive and go north.
Yeah, it sounds nitpicky, but again, that was a late retreat path there. Even with the 2-man Grens, they get a favourable retreat path, but we just saw what the Cav Rifleman Thompsons could do earlier. And Happcat, I think, has got to be really quick on those triggers to preserve the manpower, because that's 30 manpower pop when you lose a Gren.
Engagements popping off all around here. Gren's going to seek refuge behind the heavy cover. Meanwhile, Cav Rifles with their 4 kills are circling, but the MG has them scouted. Lieutenant does have pack support, forcing away the M20. What have you seen, Ed?
Back-to-back MG Rambo play.
And they've done their duty for today. Meanwhile, Gren's forced away by the arrival of the Stuart, getting 2 kills really quickly. And here come the Cav Rifles, forcing Happcat off the field. Oh, we've had a squad wipe though, Ed. Looks like a rifleman that went down.
Yep, just stayed in there too long, got suppressed, did throw smoke, but got suppressed. Got wrenched into again, but we have seen a mortar half-track pick up from Seeking, so some indirect...
Pimp my mortar half-track. What the hell is that skin? He's got a golden grill. He's gangster half-track.
Yeah. Oh man. Bling bling for Seeking Mobile. But Happcat just getting back into this game slowly but surely with that Rifleman wipe. And he's managed to keep a lead of the VPs for now. So yeah, pack guns up, 2-2's out, game on, and he's got a swag of a doctrine, so he could drop some fuel mat and get really far ahead, go straight for a boom maybe. Something a bit tasty and different. We'll see.
There we go. 2-2 versus the M20. The mortar is now raining fire on nothing. In the centre, LMGs and MG42 push in. Rear echelons forced away. Don't forget, those Seekings had double fuel for a while now, so he'll surely thinking about getting something more than he has already, and he already has an armada of light armour.
Yep, just needs manpower now for his major. Onwards, but it's gonna be tough work now for Happcat. He went double MG and mortar half-track. It's no slouch. It's gonna be rough over time, but Happcat's not got a mortar himself, which is glorious for Wehrmacht normally against Soviets or Brits. But USF fast and fluent army, mortars aren't as useful.
Ha! Pack 40 shoots blind into the opponent and gets the half track there. LMGs are gunning the rear echelons down, but here comes the Stuart.
Max range, beyond max range it seems for the pack 40 there. Good effort from Happcat. He might be able to hit up the Stuart here, yep. Nice rear armor shot. Grens didn't want to push it. There we go. Fast, good early retreat there from Happcat. Knew it wasn't on, so pulls back, and good experience there from him. Is he Chinese, I think, Happcat?
Yeah, he's Chinese, mate, yeah.
Chinese player.
It's Chinese New Year this week as well, so hope you all got your red envelopes with money in. I didn't. My parents forgot this year.
Lunar calendar hype.
Right, we've got LMG, Lieutenant and Heavy. Assault Cavalry Riflemen pushing in. MG's forced away. We've got LMG Grenadiers coming to counter-attack. Meanwhile, in the north, we have stabilised the position. We're getting that fuel. We're now getting this standard territory point. Happcat, meanwhile, is also capping the fuel. He's branching out, Ed. He's really solidifying the Wehrmacht defensive position play style.
Yeah, as he nicks the left-hand fuel, his right-hand fuel is going to go, but it's the start for Austria. They just need to hang on in there till they get their first P4 singing. And Seeking, though, rushing his way to his first armor. Has got a huge bank of munitions again. Really is shy on his muni usage, but I think he would tech nades maybe later on and waste them all that way.
Well, he's lost his second rifleman, hasn't he? So it's not like he just wants to get bars immediately, and you know, maybe there's better stuff to use it on.
Hasn't had the manpower really to get upgrades and for the tech, so credit to Happcat there. As Coase was starting to do it against Seeking, trading efficiently in terms of manpower, but USF, man.
Pioneer could die here. Stuart jumps around the corner, tries to finish him off. Can't do the job like he did so many times to Coase in that previous game. 222's in a little bit of jeopardy.
Yeah, Pack 40 doesn't know where it's coming or going at the moment. Bit of indecision costing lives there for Happcat potentially, but the MG42 is covering well. No indirect from Happcat means Seeking can cover the mid VP very well behind those tank traps. The Armada of Grens comes out of the base again from Happcat. That is a quite the blob.
It very much is. Storming forward. Stewart's in a bit of peril. Pack 40 goes for the overshot and assassinates him from afar.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
What a shot. What a long range shot. That's twice now we've seen Happcat just hit some absolute bangers from downtown.
Crowds are
I love
Fair
it.
play. But
One
what
of-
is this? This is some Teddy McBlob action here. 3 Grens within a pixel of your screen. Spread out, man. Spread out.
Have you heard of the A key? You can attack and move. Rear echelons, the heroes of the early game with that back cap in madness, are very dead. They're now dead echelons.
This is where the LMGs
got a report of an
start to
infantry
become
unit being
Robocop with their level 3 veterancy and accuracy. So yeah, good on Happcat there. Nice counter-offensive. And spread out to take the cutoff as well as get that rear echelon. So he did spread out in the end well. And yeah, what do you think now for Seeking, Matt? What option does he have that's really going to be a game changer to get him to swing him back the momentum in his favour?
HE time delay fuses, mate. Vet 1 on the mortar half track. Let's go. 25 munitions to pop. Nah,
Well, he's got 300 to blow, so let's go. Wipe everything with the delayed fuse bombs, but it's got 4 kills, the mortar half track. It's vet 1 already. Oof. No MG42 crew is safe.
No, but it's
What
going to be a
vehicle do you
tough
think?
way back
Straight-
in.
Straight for
Mate.
Jackson, or
It's going to have to be Jackson at some point, mate. It's going to have to be, because I'm really feeling like, although we have opened up this area now for the allies, it also opens it up for the Axis. So it's double-edged sword, man. You want to open up so the allies can use their support weapons up here, and M1AT guns, 2 of them maybe sitting down here. But it also opens it up for the Axis, and maybe I'm just thinking maybe their flanking routes aren't developed enough around the sides. I'm just, but let's give all credit to Happcat. These 4 LMG Grenadiers now are Terminators of FaymonVILLE. He's got the Panzer IV coming out. He's getting to a really strong position. He's outplayed Seeking thus far.
Well, most importantly, all his LMGs now upgraded on the Grens, and they're heavy vetted on all of them. So that little defensive buff that he got with the healing early game did help out with a lot of his engagements. So he's reaping the benefits now of keeping those Grens alive. As we saw Seeking, he is an early game powerhouse player. And the later you take him, I think the better chances you have. And especially his Austere here now can potentially drop in extra fuel, but he's never really had the chance to dab with the the resource drop down, has he, Matt?
No, he has not. He's used all of his munitions, but now he's got the 4 Terminator Grenadiers. Oh god, here we go. M20's showing heroics, possibly, but no, the MG with the incendiary rounds is more than a match for it. Impressively, Seeking's been able to get the central victory point. He's stabilised in the north as well for now. But this Panzer IV is going to turn things around. What's this? Seeking is getting the 76mm M4A3.
Yeah. So he he debated both of us. No Sherman, no Jackson. He's going for the hybrid mix in the middle, but it will have fast rate of fire as it gets vets, so it can be still dangerous, especially linked up with another tank. But Deacon's pretty confident then that he can survive this onslaught by Happcat and get to that moment where he has multiple tanks.
capture point is being
Happcat
he's
will be
done
sneaking
well.
to do otherwise.
This is shaping up to be a real good game. Here we go, there's that new angle with that hedgerow, just allowing this mortar half-track to operate from behind it. Grenadiers push up, both of which are veterancy 3, giving that better
Yeah, it's
accuracy.
just a lot of A movement from Happcat though with his Gren, so You know, you
Ooh,
don't
leaves
need
himself
two guys to
exposed a
cap
little
the
bit
same
there.
point.
Leaves himself exposed. A rear armor shot. He's got a crew member clogging up his tracks. What a sacrifice Reginald has made for the United States there. Slowing down the movement of the Panzer IV, allowing the 76mm to get the kill.
Wow, what inaccuracy from the P4 on the move there, though. Missed every shot. Helping hands would not be happy. But, yeah, Happcat, slightly saddened by the loss of his P4 there, for sure. And no telemine. So Seeking's just going to utilize this, and this is his combat mechanic. Got the invested M4A376.
Faust has gone off, though.
No,
Faust
not
has gone
enough.
off, and the pack is set up. He gets a rear armor shot in. The MG's going to spot for him, of all things. Pack's got nice sight lines here. One more shot should do it. He smokes him out. He attacks grounds and misses by a whisker. Can he get one more shot in, perhaps? No, he can't. Very close.
Yeah, didn't have enough damage, so I think Seeking was always okay there.
Oh, he's okay. He escaped with that. Is this how you play? One more pack shot would have done it.
It's fine. That's healthy in my book.
Oh, God. Well, pass its MOT. Ed, it has 3 wheels.
Danger shits though for Happcat's going to be the answer for it, so he's going to get faster fire rate against these.
Oh, there's that
Sherman.
danger of the attack moving. Ed, he goes forward when he doesn't need to. And unfortunately, the packs bite the dust. I think that was a good call by you to say he was attack moving a little bit too much. Finally.
Oh, you saw it with the Grens. I think those two Grens are on the same control group for him because they're stuck around like Siamese twins at the moment. But you know, you just like to see a bit more enveloping. So you send a couple of squads up the mid, yeah, it's fine. But as long as you've got some going around the flanks and attacking from the rears, Grens are so good with rifle nades, flanking support crews or placed units, that it's a real waste if you just rush them up all head on. But you can tell, you know, it's a frantic game. Both of these players are clicking, what, 100 odd times a minute, so it's a lot to ingest and take in for your brain.
It really is.
Sometimes A moving is just a more efficient way to be like, you know what, saves me some APM or hard counters some brain AFK as a grenade and a mortar.
Yeah, indeed. It gets stuck, though. We just saw the time fuse delay, but the M21 mortar half track was found by the Stug. He can fire through this hedgerow should he need to.
Looks like a big Kolodny Verma-esque hedgerow, but you can fire through it. You do.
Yeah, it's
do
just
say
these
so.
two base ones that you can't. This one you can. We thought that if we made it unblockable, like the base guys wouldn't be able to attack either, you know. You got your M1 MT guns or your Zis guns in base, you'd be base pinned that way. So it's everything's a double-edged sword, mate. It's really tough to make a map better, you know. I'd hate to make a map from scratch, that's for certain.
Yeah, it's interesting just to get the insight that some hedges are blockable or hard blockable. You can't shoot through them or can.
There goes Stugs having a great game so far. Well, this hedge here, Ed, they used to have a stone wall underneath it. This stone wall used to go all the way through it. And that's why it was a shot blocker. Nobody knew. I didn't know for certain. Until, oh, here we go.
So it hid the stone wall, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You found that out. Very dirty.
Oh, and the ambulance has a green little shield on it. What do you think about that change?
That
Matt?
change.
I was thinking the other night, like, why let an ambulance have 2-shot HP? I believe that the power of the ambulance is its mobility. You can
Cav
heal
Rifle
and-
Vet 3 die there. Double Vet LMG Terminator Grenadiers do exactly that. And they are certainly not going to stop this rise of Skynet now.
Seeking
what do I
didn't shift
think?
click his retreat there, but he capped the VP at least. But yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think it's a bit of a get out of jail card for USF if you allow the ambulance.
Yeah, it's just one of those
take
trade-offs. I
multiple
do
hits.
like.
Imagine a tank shooting a little bloody ambulance and it's surviving.
I know.
Be
It's
immersion, beer.
more realism, I know. It's one of them. It's a trade-off, I guess. The thing I don't like is the fact that I'd just rather it have more health or something. I don't like the fact that it only has more health in the base sector. It's just it's a bit gamey to me, a bit, I don't know. It's one of those changes that's a bit controversial, I'd agree, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe just give it more
every change
speed.
you
Why
do.
can't it drive faster? Then
There's
you
gonna
can
be
escape.
some winner and losers of it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's light. I mean, yeah. What I do like though is it works with combined arms. So if Seeking brings it up to the front line and pops that button with all his troops around it, they will get the buff.
He's at 76, finding the Vet 3-2-2-2. Missing a bunch of times though. 50 cal set up in the centre. Pioneers push forward, as do the LMG Grenadiers, getting gunned down, however, against this hard front. Bit of a move, and then finally a retreat. Meanwhile, in the west, he's pushing up just the same. 50 cals trying to set up. Vet 3, 11 kill mortar. Shies away from the Sturmgeschütz of Doom, which has found an angle on the Sherman.
Yeah, here we go from Happcat. This is now when Grens do work, when they come in from multiple angles. Look at that MG crew, just about gets away for Seeking. This is how his LMG Grens can be utilised best, I think.
Here's that cut off. Looks like Happcat's pushing up. I really am trying to think whether this hedgerow is helping the USF players as I think it should do. Yes, the cut-off's being taken, but it means he's able to operate in the base sector against it. So let's have a look to see if he can. Yeah, it seems to. You know, he survives behind it. And what do you think about it? Just give me your thoughts on that little hedgerow. So, I know it's a fucking bunch of trees on a computer game, but I'm actually really interested in it.
The hedgerow helps out with retreating units from the right-hand side of the map as well, to not getting cut off from the mid. So I see its helpfulness and usefulness for the North player. But similarly, you can't take something or review it out of context. And this is a Happcat in full swing of austere later game. And,
Nice, Sherman smokes out the pack preemptively, goes in for the Sturmgeschütz, ultimately suffers a shot there, and the pack's now set up. Will he get him on the way back? No, he misses. He was trying to reconnaissance as well, trying to get some bit of a recce down. Let's have a look at his
good
vision.
accuracy, that Sherman on the move as well. So yeah, to end it off, the point really was it's doing what you hoped it would do or intended to do. It gives the USF player or allies chance to repair up their vehicles a bit more safely in the north, and it shields a retreat path. So, but do you have the exact same thing in the south? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd have to check.
So Sturmgeschütz is operating with the reconnaissance above. Stuka and Stug in unison there. On the VP count, it looks like Happcat has a bit of an advantage, but the Major's gone forward for an artillery shot. He's not reacted. That's bad. He's reacted really late there. There's the first salvo. It's off target, however, and he's not punished for his late reaction.
Yeah, couldn't quite pin it fast enough, so he still gets the ability off at max range. But here we have the awkward turtle moment where you've got two Stugs and an AT gun, but no real infantry blapping power, because there's no P-Grens for Happcat, so it's just going to be that slow and methodical, austere, A-click move and grind now to try and close Seeking out. But Seeking has got to that magic moment, Matt, for his build where he's got multiple Shermans. With the radio net, I believe they get a Vet 1 on one of them. They're going to fire faster, especially with all the munitions he could pop that combined arms and really do a number on Happcat in one fell swoop.
Nice nade by the rifleman there. MG's in a spot of bother. And as always with Shermans or T-34s, it's all about strength and numbers. And as Ad says, he's getting to that critical moment where he does have that capability. And here we go with an excellent flank here. Well found on the Stug. Rear armor hit, and he's a Stug out in nowhere land right now. He gets a shot away, yes, but ultimately he's taken out. However, we do see a Faust, and that was not the original Stug, that was but the apprentice. And Stugs always come in twos, just like the Sith.
That was Ark of Stug Gaming, but yeah, I love the little side skirts they get.
Oh, he's gotten exposed as well, and the other Sherman takes him out. What an exploitation by the Seeking. He picked his moment with perfect poise, penetrated, and got the results. What a move.
There's the one fell swoop, as we said, but he did it quite the brutish way, but it works. If it works, it works. And both his Sherms, such high rate of fire on those 76s. You've got to remember this for future. That's epic. Like, they just manhandled those Stugs. And Packer not able to help him. One Stug was isolated. He had his brother coming across to help out, but just pulled him into the wrong battle himself. So, yeah, big win there for Seeking. He's right back in this game now. And it's up to Happcat to stabilize.
I think he must have just heard the Stug ambling around, or may have spotted it just about. It was obviously around here, wasn't it? But either way, the damage was done, and I just love that second Sherman coming through at the exact right moment and taking full advantage. We do have the third Stug on the way, but another Sherman as well, so 376 mils. He's going to be heavily outmatched, outgunned, and outnumbered.
Yeah, no P-Grens with Shrek, so yeah, no tellers. It's going to be a rough one for Happcat, but he's got to play it way more defensively, keep his pack gun further back than he thinks he needs to. And oh, as the MG3 finally gets taken down.
Tank support is here.
They were highly vetted.
They were. Keeps the weapon though, fortunately. Stug's going to the western side again. I mean, not sure about that. The pack is... Well, he's going to go over to the west as well. Fair enough. Might be a bit of a trap he's going to set. Major's going to be lucky to escape.
But look at this from Seeking. Absolutely no sweeper at this point of the game. Where are the telemines from Happcat? Gotta read that. Because one teller there in the little cubby holes of the choke points.
Oh, here come the Shermans. And this is what we were talking about. It's an armada out there. The pack's repositioning, but the 222 does nothing but block him in. We do have a damaged engine off. Can the Stug get any kills? No, it can't. Out of control. Tawny mode means he won't do anything there. And that's got to be Happcat out of things, surely.
Yeah, an absolute armada of Shermans and no offensive Drake in sight. Oh, no fireboats to take him out either. These galleons of death just dabbing all over these Grens now. As one even drops their LMG. That's the most heartbreaking thing for you boys. But gets a stun round off on one of the Shermans with a Faust. Pack gun needs to back up. Oh, doesn't.
What pack gun? I know. It's just sad. And when he sees that, Happcat has no choice but to get the hell out of there. Well played by Seeking, your reigning king. 3 wins now. Isolation has you feeling blue. There's only one thing left to do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the Corona Cup.